this is it. The VIVO V21e and the VIVO V21 5G full review. You might have already watched my unboxing video. I did not mention most of its specs because I was not allowed to. But yeah, this time around, I will show you everything about the phone. And this time, I'm gonna tell you right now, these two phones are big upgrades from the VIVO V20 series last year. Major upgrades in processor, display, and camera, all in these phones right here. Guys, this is the most promoted lineup from VIVO. They usually have celebrities endorsing them. They have fancy ads, a lot of community engagement, and things like that. Yeah, they're hyping this so much. Wonder what's in them. So yeah, let's cover them right now. I've done the testing, gaming and comparison and things like that. All the things that you need to know on the VIVO V series right here. And without further ado, let the review begin.
No.
Since we're done with the unboxing video, let's set you aside for now. Today, we're focusing on the phones themselves. Now, the thing about the VIVO V21 series is that they are very similar in design to the VIVO V20 last year. From the shape, the design, the cameras, they're pretty much the VIVO V20, just with a different color, I guess. Here's a quick look comparison from last year. Yep, definitely looks pretty similar, right? Now, both these guys are shaped like iPhones. They have flat backs, rounded edges, and rounded corners. They look and feel very premium. This is glass, by the way. I'm not sure if it's Gorilla Glass material, but VIVO did mention that this is kind of glass. Well, at least the 5G version feels like glass. This one, I'm not really sure. It's not cold to the touch, just a little bit. But I am sure that this is a plastic body. Look at that. Also, if you look closely, the sides are not similar. This is kind of rounded, and this is kind of flat, which is telling us that the 5G version is the more premium product. And yes, I have tried both phones for about a week now, and I really did feel that the VIVO V21 5G is the much better build quality. It just feels a lot more expensive than this one, period. This has a little bit of weight to it, and this is kind of light. Oh, by the way, both are matte finishes at the back, but I do notice that they are a bit of a fingerprint magnet. As you can see, it is less likely on the E version. Now, these guys do have other colors. For example, like this. If you want a more brighter, more vibrant looking phone, then go for those. But if you are more streamlined, or if you like something more premium, then go for these colors. They just look so elegant. I like the stripes though. This is like carbon fiber-like stuff. Very manly if you ask me. And if you ask me, this also works as well. It does not have a quirky design just like this one. Most mid-range phones are actually quirky designs. They are both also gradient. As you can see, when light touches them, there is a light part and a dark part. And in terms of the feel, now this is the better build quality. This is a lot more solid. It does not feel plasticky just like the E version, but you will actually be surprised on how affordable the E version is, and you might even overlook its shortcomings. Now, both the E version and the 5G version are quite similar in many ways. From the design, the cameras, the displays, they are pretty much almost the same. There are just some things that you need to know. Well, first of all, the cameras are both 64MPs. That is right, they are both similarly designed. Big camera lenses and two small ones right down below. Just that the 5G version has a bigger aperture, meaning it's better in low light and captures more detail. And it does have OIS, so there's that. And you also get an 8MP ultra wide angle lens and 2MP macro lens. Not only that, both phones do also have 44MP selfie cameras. But why would you buy the 5G version now if it's just the same in specs? Well, not entirely the same. The 5G version has OIS in pretty much all of its cameras. That includes the rear camera and the selfie camera. So that means you get more consistent, sharper looking pictures on the 5G version. This is helpful if you got very shaky hands. Now, speaking of the cameras, let us go straight right ahead with the camera comparison. Okay, here we go. Now, as you can see at first glance, both phones already look spectacular. But wait, they are not powered by Zeiss. Only the Vivo X60 is equipped with the Zeiss lens, so don't expect it here. But in terms of the quality, oh my god, it is certainly well above the average mid-range phone. The quality is almost flagship-like. I'm liking the color, the balancing of the lighting, and the details that it gets. They are both very capable smartphone cameras. Vivo has always been impressing us with its camera prowess. I think it is one of the leading brands in terms of the cameras. One thing to note though, I am just seeing that the 5G version is kinda off in terms of the color. I mean, just look at the sky right here. It's not as blue as the E version. Also, the dynamic range is just not there. The 5G is just not as good as the E version's dynamic range. It's not balancing out the lighting that well. I don't know, maybe it just needs some updates. But yes, if you're asking, my software is up to date. It might need some updating in the near future for this one, but I am seeing that the 5G version is a lot sharper and it takes in more detail. As you can see right here, a photo of Thanos side by side. Look at the chest part here. You can definitely see more details here in the 5G version compared to the E version. And that is for the face part, arms, the legs. It's just a lot more sharper and has more details on the 5G version. It's just that the colors is not as punchy, not as brand new looking as the VIVO V21e. Here is a sample of the video, and as you can see, the lighting is kind of off in the 5G version. There are some blown out parts in my face and in the background as well. But then in terms of the image quality, it's pretty close. I did notice that the stabilization on the 5G version is a little bit better, just a little bit. Not too much. You will notice it if you start running, though. So yes, hardware-wise, the 5G version is the much more superior camera. But in terms of the software, it kind of needs more improvement and does need some updates because right now it's just not as good. When it comes to the skin tone, the colors, and the dynamic range, I just wish it was better right out of the box. Now, since the 5G version is the better camera phone in terms of hardware, it did give me the better low-light performance. It was a lot clearer, less noisier, and it just showed much more detail in low light. There you go. But I'm just feeling that it could be much better if the software was tuned up a bit. Well, knowing Vivo, it could just be a little wait and we'll get a much better camera pretty soon. Now, in terms of the camera features, notice that in the more section, you will get one more feature that the VIVO V21e does not have, which is the double exposure on the 5G. You don't get that on the E, so there you go. Well, it's just what is this? A foreground of flowers. Double exposure mode. Nice. Oh, by the way, there is a new feature I found here, which is the dual video. This is also available on other brands, but I think this is the first time for Vivo. Just click this one, and there you go. Oh, the color and the light. Okay. Also, I found out this other option right here on the VIVO V21e. It has one, which is the video smart zoom. You don't get that on the 5G version. Wonder why. Again, something that needs to be done on the next update, of course. Well, we'll just have to see on our full camera review for both phones. There's going to be a lot more that I can show you on the camera part on our next review for the VIVO V21 series. But for now, I want to show you the performance, the gaming, and things like that. This is actually the most exciting part of the video. Now, first things first, the display. Both are 6.44 inches, 1080p AMOLED displays. And that is where the similarities end, because as you can see, they are not of the same quality. The VIVO V21 5G has a better, more high quality display. As you can see, it's a lot wider, the whites are purer, the blacks are blacker, and it's just overall the brighter display. Also, the bezels are quite thinner compared to the VIVO V21e. Both are using a dewdrop notch right there at the top. Nothing new. I was expecting at least a punch hole design since it's 2021, but it's still using the old design. But get this, it is not a dual selfie camera. Not unlike the VIVO V20 Pro last year, it is only a single 44 megapixel setup at the top. Okay, which is okay, I guess. And there you have it, my friends. The difference is just intense. Look at that. Oh my god. I guess this is the main selling point of the 5G version. It has a much brighter, much more vibrant display. It also looks much more high quality. There you have it. OMG. This is totally lacking in brightness, while this one is like a flagship display. Oh, by the way, that's not only the difference. The advantage of the 5G version is that it has HDR10+, while the VIVO V21e only has HDR10. So yeah, better HDR support, which means better lighting, better exposure in the dark areas of the movie. Yeah. Now, let me just show you the Intuitive benchmark score for both phones. Now, here's the thing. I was thinking that since the VIVO V21 5G has a MediaTek processor, the software may not be as optimized as the VIVO V21e software because of the Snapdragon support. That is right. This is MediaTek 800U processor, and this one is a Snapdragon 720G processor. There are some major improvements in the numbers compared to last year's scores. This time around, a phone at this price will get you something near 400,000 points, and a Snapdragon 720G phone can almost get to this number, 345,000 points in Antutu, and almost 400,000 for the VIVO V21 5G. Oh my god, these are staggering numbers for just mid-range phones. Now, in terms of the performance, of course, this is gonna open apps much quicker, as you can see. So yeah, if you want a faster phone, then go for the 5G version. You'll just have to wait for some updates for its camera, I guess. Now, what about the sounds? Let's hear them. Okay, so here we go. This is the VIVO V21 5G at the top. And let us check out the performance. Look at that. Oh my god, the graphics is just so good. No lag, no frame drops. Look at this, I'm playing two phones at the same time in Mobile Legends. Have you seen anything like this in your life? I'm pretty sure you haven't. I just can't see the difference right here. It both kind of look like a tie. Maybe it's because Mobile Legends is peaking in terms of performance. That is right. See that? But yeah, the display on the VIVO V21 5G is just so much brighter. Look at that. This is just a dark display right here at the bottom. You could really see the difference right here. But in terms of the overall graphical performance, I don't see any difference at all. They both look smooth. Maybe it's because the game is not really that heavy and it's maxing out for both the Snapdragon 720G processor and the Dimensity 800U. That is why if you're just going to play Mobile Legends, I don't know, you might not even need the 5G version. You might be already okay with the E version. I'm just saying, look at this. No lag at all. No frame drops. Oh, goodness gracious. Mother of grace. Boom. One thing to note though, the display is quite responsive. It's very easy to pull off some combos right here. And boom. See that? very responsive. I'm guessing the sampling touch rate for both phones are quite high. And checking out the settings right here, they both have high graphics, HFR mode on, pretty much the same. Let us try the second most popular game in the Play Store, Call of Duty. Okay, so as you can see, here is the VIVO V21 5G. I was expecting some more from this because of the much more powerful processor, but looks like there is something limiting the game or the phone itself. Yes, that is right. I have checked the settings and here it is. OMG, what is happening right here? It's only medium graphics and high frame rates on his phone. This is for the 5G version of the phone. And you might be surprised on what the VIVO V21e has in store for all of you. Here it is, the graphics that are available for the E version. Just look at those settings, very high settings, max frame rates, and all of the settings right here are all available on the E version. I am telling you, it's pretty much an optimization thing. I just wish it was able to like go way beyond max frame rates for the VIVO V21 5G because it can actually go way beyond that. You could say the game is just limiting its full potential because of the settings, but oh well, here it is, it's already out. We just need some developers looking at this and maybe we'll get an update in the near future. But yeah, if you're a gamer, this is like a not such good news for people buying the VIVO V21 just for gaming. But anyways, if you're still going to buy the VIVO V21 5G, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's still a great phone, pretty fast. You're just not gonna get the best settings in Call of Duty. Well, that is for now, of course. But here's the thing, in Genshin Impact, the story is kind of different. And as you can see right here, if you do have a much more powerful processor, it will have a much better playing experience, much more consistent frame rates, overall a much smoother experience. And that is very true for the VIVO V21 5G. It is a much more smoother experience, well, at least in medium graphics, 60 frames per second turned on, but it's not really going 60 frames per second consistent. I am thinking about 40 frames per second, 40 to 50. May not be a clear 60, but I'm pretty sure that this is a lot more smoother than a 30 frames per second. Now side by side, as you can see, it's almost a tie. I mean, the difference in Antutu benchmark is not that big, and you will not really see a big difference right here in medium settings for both phones. So, but I did notice that it's a little bit smoother on the VIVO V21 5G. So yeah, you might actually get a much better performance, much better consistency when playing Genshin Impact with the VIVO V21 5G. Now the question is, how much are these phones? Now I've just watched the live launch on Facebook for the VIVO V21 series, and it looks like the VIVO V21 5G is yet to come. It is coming soon, guys, and that is why there's going to be a lot of updates in the near future for this phone. So be ready for this. I'm still vouching for the better phone. But yes, here's the pricing for the VIVO V21e, a special promo price of 16,999 pesos. That is from 17,999 pesos. You can pre-order right now from June 1 to 4, and here are the freebies. Look at that. This is the freebie for the E version, a pair of wireless earbuds, and for the 5G version, you get a, ooh, what is this? A speaker for 4,500 pesos. Nice. So there you have it, the pricing. So pretty soon, the 5G will come to the Philippines, and hopefully it will get the update it deserves, because right now it's just not, you know, at its best. Or what they call in Dragon Ball, not yet its final form. That's right, Frieza. No, it should be Goku. But anyways, if you want to see the full camera review of these two phones, all you need to do is subscribe, hit that bell icon so that you don't miss that video and all of my upcoming content here at TechBeans. And as always, this is Vince from TechBeans, and I'll see you on the next video.